Baby Rasheeda just gave Kirk Frost a live side-eye, and it wasn't your typical side-eye and walk away. What's going on, everyone? Moment. No, after Karlie Redd spilled a bombshell that left everyone's wigs in tatters, Sis went full deadly combat fatality on him. Mouths drooping and slanted. Furthermore, when Karlie Redd makes an appearance with receipts, someone's connection, reputation, or reality TV deal is on the verge of a slow and untidy demise. Here's the genuine tea, though. Why did Rasheeda snap at Kirk as if he had just admitted to looting her mother's store? What, in front of rolling cameras and astonished co-stars? What specifically did Karlie say that made Rasheeda go into full-on anger mode? Furthermore, why does this seem to be is this really the beginning of Rasheeda and Kirk's demise? Is it a love child in disguise? A security camera captures a betrayal? Or perhaps a surprise collaboration with Karlie Kirk? Today is about more than simply tea. We are submerged in it. This controversy is about to blow your subscription feed to hell. So grab some popcorn, conceal your boyfriend, and buckle up. Baby, have a seat, hold on to your pearls, and postpone your plans for tonight because ATL just provided us another hip-hop and love moment that has the streets trembled. And no, this isn't your typical drama on reality TV. This offered live, raw, and hotter than Karlie Redd's most recent Botox treatment, a full-fledged battle zone. Let's go back in time, because before it had reached a boil, the tea kettle was yelling, "Rasheeda, this self-described boss girl is yours," and devoted wife, eventually losing its high going all out in Kirk Frost, her walking red flag of a spouse. However, why did she disappear? What did this man who has been accused of cheating more times than his birthday do? What do parties do this time? Imagine this. Then, we're at a dazzling event in Atlanta, sponsored by a Fox expensive brand that only celebs with coupon codes show interest in. Everything appears to be at ease. Before Karlie Redd enters, cameras are rolling and wine glasses are clinking. "Yes, miss. I received a receipt for each item." She is strutting as if she had just finished filming a Hot Topic. She showed there to deliver even though she wasn't invited. And what she produced? Few, not just receipts, not just drama. However, it was an emotional bomb that exploded the entire room. Unapproved and written, Karlie takes the mic and starts into an argument that swiftly devolves into a verbal assault. She starts, "There's something I've been holding back." The screams. Kirk seemed to have just seen a ghost in Gucci. Then she falls the grenade. "Would you like to share your brief Miami weekend with Rasheeda? Her baby is her WH." The room went cold. Like a mechanized mannequin, Rasheeda rotated that neck. As if his voice cords were buffering, Kirk stammered. Karlie on her feet, taking up the chaos like she recently presented the Pettiness BAT Awards. This was more than simply drama, you see. Years of adultery, deception, and let's figure things out. In front of cameras, producers, and an astounded audience, therapy sessions are being conducted live. This came for a promo photo and derves. Remember that Kirk's history is as shady as a palm tree in July? Do you recall Baby Cannon? Yes. The child he had before getting married, Rasheeda continued to attempt to keep the family together while sobbing on couches. Or how about that untamed pool party in season 6, where Kirk pretended to be amnesic and denied knowing the woman who recorded him? However, this was a novel exposure level. Karlie Redd had came for blood and babies, tired of being treated like a TL's filthy aunt. She claimed to have a hotel keycard bearing Kirk's name, voicemails, and pictures. Karlie waved the card like it was a blasted prize, and the audience fell quiet. She said, "You left this at the W." Following a check-in with a non-wifey chick, Rasheeda then snapped, saying, "We're not talking shade. We converse, switch roles, lunge," and kind of snapped. Like a security swarm. Have you ever seen someone move so quickly that Rasheeda lunged across the room but the camera was unable to capture him? Kirk appeared to want to blend into his own beard, and she exuded an intensity that seemed to have been there for 10 seasons. Karlie Redd yelled, I told y'all while backing away with her wig nearly flying off. As the cameras shook and the glasses broke, security said, they weren't prepared. Huh, sweetie. 3 paws were seen straining to restrain Rasheeda as she let out a scream. Even after 10 years of protecting you, you continue to disgrace me? Cold. Not a single falsehood was found. But wait, because this is where things become more crazy. An unnamed crew member who would contact craft services Jelly claims that the whole up until it wasn't. The situation was contrived. You see, they believed Karlie was there to cause trouble, but the producers unaware that she possessed the key card. They were unaware that she had left those voicemails. And they were most certainly unaware that she was willing to take the chance of being pulled live on TV by an enraged Rasheeda. And it gets worse, too. According to sources, Karlie did not get the receipts via direct message or a friend. She obtained them from the other lady in her own right. Yes, exactly. It seems that Kirk's side chick, whose identity has not yet been established, however, it is said that a Tampa-based wannabe influencer sent Karlie direct messages along with all of the receipts. Why? Because she believed Kirk would abandon Rasheeda. When he didn't, she turned it on as if Siri had detected an error. Voice order. Karlie received the communications, verified the hotel stay, and obtained Kirk's whispered voice notes. You know, I'm just with her for the brand. How blatantly hypocritical, treacherous, and ridiculous that is. Everything the guy Rasheeda established an empire with, who stood by her side through all the scandals when no one else would get captured. Once more, and it wasn't just any old female with a Snapchat filter this time. A lady had the audacity to hand over the ammunition to Karlie Redd. Karlie also had the audacity to make it public. The issue now is, was Rasheeda's eruption the last straw, or only another setback in her poisonous marriage to Kirk Frost? We're just getting started, so if you thought this was the end of it, brace up. The side chick makes an Instagram live appearance in the following segment of this video. The cast of ATL choose sides, and Rasheeda makes a decision that even Mona Scott Young finds shocking. Additionally, right when Karlie Redd has a revelation that not only stirs the pot but also destroys the entire kitchen. As if things couldn't get any messier. Imagine Karlie sitting gorgeously on Instagram Live, all decked up with her typical smug grin that says, I know anything that none of you do. And then the tea appears. She makes a shocking revelation that makes all of the fans of hip-hop and love go into cardiac collapse. According to her documentation, Rasheeda was never utterly innocent during the entire Kirk cheating scandal. Additionally, Rasheeda supposedly had her own entanglements that Kirk was aware of it and they came up with. A twisted plan to continue making appearances for the cameras and those fucking sales at the store. I am unable to... Oh, so you were out here macking Kirk the villain while you had side hustles of your own. Everyone is now saying, glancing sideways at Rasheeda. And Twitter went crazy, you know? People began unearthing old videos, strange direct messages, and dubious chronologies attempting to be pieced together. Karlie says that this agreement was in place. Wait, so you two are out here dressing up for ratings while our hearts are breaking over that cabin baby scandal, fans said. Karlie didn't stop there though. Oh no. She continues by assert that Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage is more akin to a business agreement than a love affair. As stated by Sis, they aren't even legally no longer married. Even though that divorce was settled years ago, they continue to act like they're part of the brand wing, while the paperwork were being filed, stamped, and stored in the dreadful archives. This boss chick was strutting around as a faithful wife. Accurate? That is a degree of public relations whiz we were unaware of. The last dagger then appears. Karlie reveals the identity of the Atlanta music mogul that Rasheeda allegedly entertained during one of Kirk's infidelity scandals, who claims to Rasheeda was given numerous large checks by Karlie. Kirk was never credited by her. Now, what is scandalous? If that isn't, Karlie Redd played victim on TV and essentially accused Rasheeda of financial and emotional infidelity. Now, Rasheeda, of course, did not like being criticized. And when Rasheeda responds, It's not through Twitter, honey, or Shadow. Hands are involved. According to sources, Rasheeda appeared at a shooting site with no glitz, ready to throw down, sweats on, hair knotted back. They called security, chairs were allegedly flipped. Karlie's wig reportedly ended up in a plant pot. The janitor undoubtedly discovered the 30-inch bundle that didn't belong to anybody on payroll, though I'm not claiming it actually occurred. As for Kirk, well, guess who chose to go live in the middle of all this chaos? Yes, Kirk Frost is attempting to appear as unconcerned as ever while driving, bumping 90 seconds and acting as like he hasn't been exposed for his involvement in a marriage and complicity in a 10-year drama performance. Hold on, boy. If you don't log off, you don't log off. This is where the situation becomes even more dire as fans, bloggers, and even former producers who no longer have an NDA to fear begin to speak out. And according to one whistleblower, who will go by the name Sabrina, the Rasheeda Kirk love story arc was meticulously arranged. Since the second season, Sabrina claims that the drama surrounding baby mamas, frozen bank accounts, cosmetics, and breakups, a lot of it was planned pandemonium, meant to preserve their reputation while they made money from endorsements, club performances, and product sales. You already know that the reality TV game is more phony than Kirk's allegiance, so don't be shocked. However, what is the extent to which these two apparently went to keep up the ruse is astonishing. Staged text messages, phony bank statements, and even leaked direct chats. Scandals Rasheeda and Kirk themselves worked together to stir things up when the ratings dropped. Really? What in the is this Mona Scott magic? Furthermore, the alteration was not limited to the background. Our fictitious source, Tavin, claims that Rasheeda blackballed several female co-stars who attempted to approach Kirk too closely, even despite being aware that they weren't truly together. So, baby, all of them tearful confessionals, all of them yelling battles. Shakespeare was there in the trap house. And don't assume that Karlie merely revealed this to gain influence. Till now, in her teaser book, Unfiltered Red, the truth they tried to bury, she promises to provide even more information concerning Scrappy, Kirk, Rasheeda, Bambi, and all the cast members. The worst part is still to come. She has a reservation already, a promotional interview with DJ Academics. And as you are well aware, the problem becomes tenfold when academics get involved. Let's not overlook the supporters now. They're not only observing this, they are taking sides. The battle lines are being drawn. And as if she had personally lied to them, some of them are turning against Rasheeda. "I can't believe I defended her," one admirer said. It turns out that she has been a part of her own hoax for all these years. So Rasheeda was gaslighting us through the screen. "Girl, I want my tears back," said another commenter. And while ATL streets are bustling and companies Rasheeda once proudly collaborated with are gradually retreating, one on the internet, fans noted that Rasheeda's famous press-on nail collaboration was discreetly removed after the shop released a cryptic statement that said, "We no longer associate with this influencer." From shops, when even nail adhesive refuses to adhere to you, you know something is wrong. The biggest twist is about to happen. Numerous insiders claim that hip-hop and love producers are in a panic. Look, if Karlie's allegations are accurate and the Rasheeda Kirk marriage surprise proves to be a complete hoax, the franchise's very basis is called into doubt. What else was phony? Like, was there anything else planted? Is Mama D really Scrappy's mother? Or is that just another plot point for Mona that was hatched in a boardroom in New York, an infant? If there were fabricated financial problems or false storylines, the legal sharks are already swarming. Involving minors and fictitious marriage contracts for television, someone breached the law somewhere. Furthermore, we're not only discussing minor violations. If any of them claim these stages, consider reality, TV racketeering, contract manipulation, and even possible tax fraud malfunctions as losses for the company. This isn't just tea after all, it's an espresso. Glimpse of controversy with a criminal undertone. Furthermore, since Karlie is out here grinning like the Grinch who stole Rasheeda's job, according to reports, Rasheeda's team is rushing. A crisis public relations agency has reportedly been recruited. Kirk's Instagram is no longer active. In order to prevent more legal issues, the producers of Love and Hip Hop are thinking about removing Rasheeda and Kirk from the upcoming season. Karlie, meanwhile, is over there negotiating podcast deals and making hints about voicemails, screenshots, and even court appearances. Records that support her story in its entirety. Oh, it's not finished yet. And when the dust begins to settle, suddenly, another twist. This information comes from an anonymous Twitter account purporting to be Rasheeda's former aide. For the past 3 years, Rasheeda has been seeing an out-of-state partner. Kirk is aware that he has his own Miami chick. They are not lovers. They are business partners. Following that, the internet completely collapses. We are thus not only seeing a quarrel at this time, sponsorships, cast members, and even the reality TV industry itself might be among the consequences of the possible collapse of this empire, legacy of the actual program. And you had best fasten your seatbelts because if you thought part 2 was crazy, wait till we go on to the next phase. Few authorities got engaged because of this video. Boycotts are organized by fans. Baby, it's the house of cards for Love and Hip Hop. It's Messi's crumbling brick. Brick, are you ready? Come on. Additionally, at the exact moment, buckle up, baby, guess who just slid into the disaster area? You thought this circus couldn't get any more insane? This is the Royal Highness of Mess herself, Mama D. Yes, she was apparently seen departing. The minutes after Rasheeda and Kirk's verbal WWE altercation at the same club in Atlanta. Is it a coincidence? Or is Mama D the covert mastermind driving all of this VH1-style conflict? However, although naturally, TM-style drone footage from an unnamed insider showed Kirk Frost storming out of Frost Bistro, while the bloggers were still gasping for air, talking to himself like a man who just got read for absolute fill. He slammed the door of his car. According to insiders, the man not only was he angry, he was afraid. According to sources, he phoned his lawyer right away to inquire as to whether inadvertently cheating once more qualifies as a legal error. Your entire brand, sir, is based on mishaps. In the meanwhile, backstage at this, Karlie Redd reportedly shed tears when the situation subsided. But not because she felt bad about spilling tea. No, she didn't intend for Rasheeda to learn this way. Which is why sis was sobbing. What else were you going to do, girl? Smoke indicators? Now, remember, those secret surveillance footage from Frost Bistro. That's where everything went radioactive. All right, a leak the section that somehow ended up in Shade Room has Kirk and Karlie Redd in a private booth, seeming quite comfortable, leaning in, laughing, and whispering in each other's ears as if they were recording are all examples of us being comfortable. It's the following season of the betrayal edition of Love and Hip Hop, even worse. This meeting is said to have taken place only a few evenings before to the battle. Ender stage left Jasmine Washington as if that wasn't nasty enough. She was, in fact, the first baby mom bombshell. She posts a mysterious Instagram tale right away. I told you that Kirk's days of using sly links were far from over. All I can hope for is Rasheeda's eventual awakening. We weren't prepared, ma'am. That statement became viral in 0 seconds too. 3 seconds, but enthusiasts began comparing timelines, screenshots, and notes right away. You would think they worked for the FBI. And here is the purported nuclear rumor that has everyone in a tailspin. Karlie Redd wasn't only being affectionate with Kirk. It was said that she was shooting for retaliation. Yes, according to unnamed insiders. She was tired of being ignored, tired of Rasheeda being viewed as the comedic relief of the Love and Hip Hop universe, and tired of her acting above the drama. What did she do then? She allegedly used Wi-Fi to orchestrate this entire incident like a villain in a soap show. We're discussing voice memos, meticulously written texts, and meeting at locations where photographers had previously unintentionally been placed in case she needed receipts. Sis even wore a microphone to one of the dinners. Furthermore, let's not recall that this is the same woman who, in order to maintain camera time, previously feigned an engagement ring. The icing on the cake Sunday was a burning hot disaster. According to reports, producers are in a state of disarray. The reunion, they're rushing to re-edit the entire season to emphasize this drama because, boy, this is ratings gold, even if the episode was always planned. According to one source, we had more viral moments from this battle than from the previous 2 seasons combined. The promo will include it, the chilly open, and most likely the season 15 trailer. Priorities, I mean. Kirk Frost is allegedly keeping quiet in the meanwhile. According to some, he's hiding in Miami. Others claim that he is crying into a vintage bubblegum while watching old Rasheeda music videos at his mother's place. Hoodie, in any case, dude hasn't posted anything yet. No PPP notes, I apologize. No, my PR statement is something I'm working on. Nothing. Never let a clown ruin your crown, Rasheeda said, as the caption for a boomerang photo she shared of herself looking glammed up. Subtle, iconic. Yes, not at all, queen. Leave him already. And sis, drop the boutique were among the remarks that fans instantly poured in. Let the man go. Let go and get up. And let's take a moment to discuss fandom, because a handful of you were burning. We're burning. If Rasheeda continues to be with Kirk after this, we all need a national. Another commented. At this point, Karlie deserves her own true crime due called Lips, Lies, and Lace. There was a pause. It seems as though the internet created a virtual prayer circle with affronts, tweets, TikToks, and memes. How much more is one woman capable of taking? But hold on, you believed we were finished. Plot twist. There are now rumors that executives from Love and Hip Hop are discussing turning this into their own think scandal, but with more wigs and fewer ethics. Tentative title, The Frost Files. Our limited series that allegedly Karlie Redd has already been asked to play herself, and let's just say that she is rather intrigued. Not to mention Spice, Bambi, and Sierra, who all allegedly unfollowed Karlie Redd on Instagram in a quiet but audible statement that we avoid endorsing snakes. Within hours, followers became aware of it and promptly created a comprehensive conspiracy map showing who was on either side. Ooh, young jock even added, chuckling, on his radio show. Dude, I'm not going to touch that stuff with a 10-foot McBoom. But let's just say that Atlanta is constantly on the go. This essentially proves that he is aware of something, yet is too intelligent to drawn into the chaotic group discussion with potential legal repercussions. Don't worry, the internet reacted to the belief that Kirk could attempt to file charges for defamation of character by saying, "Sir, you already defamed yourself with 10 years of stupidity. Take a seat." As if that weren't enough, there are rumors that additionally, Karlie is negotiating a lawsuit against a particular gossip writer who altered the video to portray her as guilty. Ma'am, that's similar to suing a mirror for displaying your reflection. The issue now is, what follows next? Will Kirk strike the ground and Rasheeda finally grab her glittering crown and go for good? Will Karlie Redland have a podcast in which she does interviews with all the men of the studio? Release a diss tune titled Caught Up Again? Who knows? But this story has now overshadowed everything else she's been involved with in the past 10 years. Previous VH1 drama. This is a Category 5 reality. It's not merely a love triangle. Hurricane. We are just interested in the slow-motion walkouts, memes, and tea. After all, infidelity scandals are old news. But having an affair with your wife's friend it's historic when a restaurant is publicly micked, as Bravo producers lurk in the background with malicious intent and editing tools. Bravo sis, 4. Flipping a meal if Karlie Redd was actually playing 4D chess the entire while. turn into a destructive dynasty. So now the wigs are tight, the lipstick is lined, and the streets are watching. With vengeance. One thing is quite evident as this scenario continues to fall apart more quickly than Kirk's loyalty. Let me know when you're prepared for the call to action section. This isn't the end of it, sweetheart. After all this drama, secrets and shadow, I'll bring the fire for that ending as well. And outright slopathons. But the main question is, did Rasheeda have good reason to lash out at Kirk? Or is this just another instance of the never-ending cycle of lies and low blows in hip-hop and love? Was Karlie Redd really? Was this just another instance of Karlie pursuing influence? Or was she attempting to assist by releasing that bombshell of truth? To be honest, did Kirk Frost learn anything from this? Will he return? He's catching up with a new Instagram business partner in similar jammies, y'all. On someone's phone screen next season, the internet is already split, with one side yelling, "Team Rasheeda, shut it down," as the tea burns, while the others say, "No, she knew who she married, so it's your turn now, sis." Turn to add their voice. Send in your hot takes. The remarks, are you surprised, merely amused, or disgusted? Do not press the like button if you adore raucous celebrity drama. Strike to ensure you don't miss another. Subscribe, stunning reveal, and activate those alerts due to the fact that in this world of shade and controversy, you never know who's being revealed next. Remain tuned, remain inquisitive, and as always, keep the tea hot.